idea.
I'm glad I'm taking this break. Jesus Christ.
We are live, actually. Hello, hang on, I need to, make it clear this is happening.
Yeah. But, good thing I'm taking a break from that story. It is getting better. There is fluff and shit. Damn it!
That's good. Also, hi, Septupulanti, hi, Croak. Sorry.
Hello!
Sorry it took so long. I forgot to, install this game again. Because I'm a dum-dum sometimes.
It's okay.
Alright, hang on, it's, HD art style time, right?
Yes, I think. I can't remember. Are we on odd or even?
We're on even right now. It's the 8th episode.
Okay.
Of course, on the 8th
Nice.
episode, this is when stuff happens. Fluff. There is much fluff in the game I'm playing at the moment, in that I'm playing Fuga, the game about these fluffy kids fighting Nazis. Oh, that sounds fun. I didn't know about the Nazi part of that game.
Okay then, that's interesting.
I love fighting Nazis. I hate Nazis, and you can quote me on that. Or rather, that was the first game. In this one, they're fighting the ancient Gaelic god of the sky. I love fighting God. You can quote me on that.
God wishes he had the power to keep me out. I'll fight his ass.
Yeah. So, hi, everyone. Welcome to Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Last time, we got very close to finding out the truth of this case, probably, and now we gotta deal with Judge Gavèlle's bullshit.
Oh, goody.
So, how about, since it's taken me a while, how about we just start now? Is that good?
Yeah.
Oh, we killed God last game, now he drives a tank for us. Oh! What? Huh?
Did you put him in a fucking bottle or in a robot body and fucking forced him to drive?
Okay, hang on.
Okay, I was worried my audio went out for a second. You scared me.
Sorry, no, I'm just distracted. Okay, I'm good. We're good. We're good, let's go.
Okay, my theory remains the same as fucking hell, I fucked up immediately. Okay, my theory remains the same as when I related it to you yesterday. Fucking English, I hate you.
Also, I misplaced my controller, so I'm using keyboard and mouse controls, and it's gonna be fine.
Yay. Mr. Caserado did not see Mr. Knight's body when he passed through the tunnel.
Oh, also, I'm playing Ys, I believe that's how you pronounce it, a game no one talks about despite having 10 games in existence since 1987. I think I had a character from that on one of my Mugen builds once. They were cool.
As such, the body could not have been dropped. The body could have only been dropped down the well during the show. Oh my god, we're gonna be like, that is true. Also, is that a bird up there?
Oh yeah, there's just a bird chilling in the corner here, watching.
We never did get that achievement, did we?
No, we did get an achievement. It was the
one where you talked to the bird?
Oh, there wasn't an achievement for that. That was just something I wanted to do.
But we never could.
Yeah. Oh, it's pronounced yeast. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry.
Yeast. Oh, okay. Cool. We both know the only one who could have dropped the body down during the show is Mr. Saint.
That's bullshit, but I don't know why. That's still your assertion, and you can prove it, of course. Of course she can! Who do you think you're up against?
The way you said why just reminded me of SAO Abridged, and it was Sugaha was like, or no, it was the queen, Sakuya, and she's like, why?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on or why. Oh, and burb is the word, of course, yes. Crocomancer.
Yeah. What Eustace means to say is that we received the final autopsy report just ahead of our arrival. No!
She really is a very busy woman. Busy looking after baby Winter! Oh, snap! Oh! Wow, okay.
Do we count this as a updated autopsy report?
I think so, but I think there was only one report, but...
The victim appears to have died the night before the body was discovered. In other words, the night before the show. The cause of death is, as stated, it seems the wound is 4 inches deep.
Okay, yep, we have the autopsy, the updated autopsy report.
Oh, that said he was killed from sometime between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m.
Wait, really? Wait.
Yeah. Death is between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m.
Oh, right, yeah.
Saint was setting up until midnight.
Well, yeah, that would mean that he... Yeah, if he was setting up until midnight, that means that he would still have...
He couldn't have killed him!
Midnight is before 3 a.m.
Yes.
And he was setting up until midnight.
Yes, so Saint isn't the killer!
I don't think you understand what I'm getting at. Like, if he was setting up until 12 a.m., that would mean that he would have had like a 3-hour period in there before the time of death, at least.
Yeah, but I thought he said, "Oh yeah, I left at midnight" or something like that.
And if he left at midnight, he would be able to. I'm confused now.
If he left at midnight, he couldn't have done it.
But he came back, right, for the show?
Yeah, at like fucking maybe 7 a.m.
Do we have a time for that?
I don't fucking know. I can't fucking remember shit anymore.
Okay, I'm confused.
Saint didn't do it!
Okay, yeah, I don't... Continue.
You were saying? Okay. Simeon Saint was off stage for a period of 15 minutes. That was plenty of time for him to throw the victim's body down the well.
Judge...
Changed up her voice somehow.
Really? It sounded about the same to me. Judge Gavèlle hasn't investigated the yard yet, which means... I fear there may be something of a flaw with your theory, Your Honor. I just need to remember what it is.
Even if you don't have a time for that, if you can get Gavèlle to say Saint did this while setting up overnight, it becomes a contradiction anyway.
Ah, yes, that's true. That's true, very true.
Yeah, okay.
That's a good point.
You seem very confident of that, but do you have any evidence to prove it?
Probably! I've got evidence for days! Yes, I think I just might. Possibly.
I
Probably.
got a whole bunch of shit in the pocket.
You have no idea how deep my fucking pockets are. Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
Tunnel, yeah, because he was hanging, but I don't think we're there yet. Such about it during the show.
Okay,
so I say we press on the second statement.
Okay, that seems good enough. Hold it!
And then...
Is it possible that Mr. Carcerado simply failed to notice the body?
Assistant to the associate attorney, you have been through the secret passage, have you not?
Wow!
How'd you know?
Well, I mean, technically I didn't. I just sent other people to do it.
I noticed a mud on you yesterday, on that charming key in your hair, to be precise.
Wow, you noticed something that the developers didn't even draw.
That's incredible! You can be a great thief with eyes like that. Answer me truthfully. In the name of the goddess, would you or would you not have noticed a body that had been present? Well, I guess I would have. There you have it. Mr. Carcerado did not see a body, which means there was no body there to see.
Hang on a second. No, that doesn't track. What? So this random girl says she would have noticed if a body was there, so clearly this unrelated person would notice also. What are you talking about?
Did she lose brain cells babysitting the dude?
Probably. Edgeworth has all of his evidence floating around in hammer space. Yeah, probably. The same place that Amy's hammers comes from. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, but wait. When was the show?
Show was at 10 a.m. I think.
Okay,
That or 9 a.m.
So the time actually works out with that. The only person who could have brought... are you sure? Are you sure about that? Could nobody else have done it? Exactly my thoughts, Edgeworth.
I understand that Miss Berry was on stage for the entire performance. Most of the prisoners were watching the show.
Most?
And those who were not have plausible alibis.
Yeah, okay. What about the guards?
They, too, were watching the show, as was the warden.
How can you be so sure? God could have easily approached the well unnoticed.
None of the guards left their post during the show. How do you fucking know, bitch? I checked this for myself. I took statements from each one of them. They couldn't lie!
Okay, can you talk about these statements? Do you have an affidavit? Oh, she's thorough, I'll give her that. No, I would like to see these statements from...
Are you finally ready to accept the truth? That the killer could only have been Simeon Saint?
No! Are you finally ready to accept the truth that you're a bitch? Judge Gavèlle hasn't carried out a full investigation of the yard yet, which means we've got the advantage for a change. I should review the evidence we gathered during our investigation of the yard. Okay, what's the... Okay, hang on.
This is gonna hurt Simeon, but do we present... Not on this one, but do we present how the body was hanging?
Do we have that in evidence? Oh yeah, we do.
Do we do that on the second one?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I would say, yeah. Objection! Would you care to revise your testimony at all, Judge Gavèlle? Wait, what do you mean? What do you...
That wasn't it?
But that's the thing we figured out, because wasn't that the thing we figured out last time? Because if the thing was hanging, then you wouldn't be able to see it through the tunnel or something?
Yeah! No, why? Do you believe there was something wrong with it?
Well, no, nothing seems out of place.
Then perhaps you could refrain from insinuating otherwise!
Well, that blew up in my face and my health bar. Okay, never mind. Okay, where is our okay, what's our evidence? Prosecutor's badge, building layout, knight's body, pocket chests, rope, rubber glove, bloody tarp, doors, sensors, prison roll call, Mr. Sawit's bracelet, dog chest piece, prison search and chest diagrams, security. It's not as easy to sing this song with all this evidence. Sorry, what did you say?
It's gotta be something that we found yesterday. Or,
yeah,
which is outside.
Carcerado didn't see a body. You can't disprove that.
Okay.
Yeah,
what?
Wait,
No.
I didn't know I could do this. What?
This smells the same as the one on the helmet's collar, right?
Yes, the bell is something of a trademark for Mr. Canis.
Why am I yawning? An assassin with a trademark. You'd think he'd want to stay anonymous.
Isn't that true of great thieves, too?
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you don't know anything about great thieving, do you? Great thieves are only great because they stand out from the crowd!
And what's in it for a thief to stand out like that other than to attract the police's attention? Okay, Okay, does this tell us anything? Mr. Canis had this chisel in his dog's mouth.
You think it's a murder? Do you think it's our murder weapon, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's too early to tell, but the fact that blood was found on is certainly incriminating. At the very least, it's not something we can discount as unrelated to the case. Are you, like, eating something?
Huh?
I hear, like, ruffling noises on your side. Are you, like, moving something?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm snacking.
Oh, okay. That's fine. What are you eating?
I have goldfish.
Oh, awesome. Okay,
Oh, that!
Right,
But
yeah, the
not on this
breakers.
statement.
Yeah, but what statement could we put this on?
What statement? Okay. Okay.
What?
What's the last one?
The last one was...
Nope.
we both know the only one who could drop the body down there during the show is Mr. Saint.
Okay, I think we press everything at this point. So we
Yeah.
pressed on the second one.
Okay.
I
Hold
think we
it!
press on this one.
Could you talk us through your reasoning on that a little more?
The day before the performance, Mr. Knight borrowed the keys from Mr. Carcerado.
Or more specifically, the key to his cell.
Mr. Knight then used the key to leave his cell and enter Mr. Saint's cage. Mr. Saint took Mr. Knight into the yard in that cage, and that's where he killed him.
Also, sorry, Anti, what's this about toy food?
The following day, Mr. Carcerado crawled his way through the tunnel, but there was no body there yet.
I think the mechanism or lost weights on the last one. That shows someone else could have set this up. No? Didn't we try that? I thought we did. Maybe we tried it on a different one. Okay.
Wait a second, that doesn't add up! Mr. Carcerado smelled that sweet smell, so Mr. Knight must have been in the tunnel already. No, his body did not pass through the tunnel until sometime after Mr. Carcerado had crawled through it! Mr. Carcerado had used the tunnel right around the time the show was starting. The body was discovered just after the performance ended.
From which you deduce that the body could only have been thrown down the well during the show.
Yes, and who the culprit must be?
Oh, I thought that was a song you were trying to sing the evidence to the tune of. No, I was trying to sing we didn't start the fire, but I did it very poorly. Okay, we can try to present the pulleys, on this one. I think. Oh, that seems like a thing. Hi, Phoenix, if he currently exists in this plane of reality. Also, hi, Jukebox. Hi, Sinjem. Phoenix, is elsewhere right now, and we're not allowed to speak his name. Sorry, Your Honor, but there's something else you're going to have to take into account. Yeah, we're not allowed to say Phoenix's name, that's why everyone is calling him that man! Or that certain defense attorney.
I forgot.
The well in the yard was rigged up to create a certain unique contraption.
A contraption? Go on.
You will recall that Mr. Saint was sent flying from the stage by the elephant.
I do, just before he was just before he was to be absent for some time.
He was only able to fly through the air thanks to a weighted rope he tied around himself. Dropping the weighted end down the well allowed him to complete the trick. Excuse me. Wait! Wouldn't that send him flying as soon as he set foot on the stage? Wait, that's actually smart. Based on what he knows. It's simple, really. He kept the weight from falling by using a stake to keep the rope in place. With a second rope, he was able to pull the stake free, thereby controlling when the weight was dropped. Hang on, I need to read that again. Okay, get the... Right, yeah. I can't believe Phoenix Wright invented magic and shot a laser beam at Japan. Yeah, that's why we're not allowed to speak his name. We found evidence that suggested the original way was replaced with White's body. With whoever, wait, not White's, but whoever his name, Knight's body, right. I called him White, oh my god. No, not Red White. Oh, it's a Guilty Gear reference, I see. I don't understand that, but anyway. This was done by the real killer in order to create an alibi. The estimated time of death tells us that the murder took place early in the morning. The killer could have tampered with a contraption in the time between the murder and the show. You're saying Mr. Saint himself set this contraption up, White? Well then, who do you think is the #1 most likely person to have used it to dispose of a body, hmm? Even you must see how this looks. Well, yeah, but that would also make him look very suspicious if that was the case, wouldn't it? Yeah. So, like, that would be a really bad way to do that. If Mr. Saint was a killer, he could have simply done as Judge Gavèlle theorized, without these extra steps. Are Walter White and Red White related? I wouldn't be surprised. Miss Barry! Yes? Does anyone else know how Mr. Saint's trick worked? Well, let's see. We had to get the prison's approval on what we were about to perform. So I don't think Simeon's the only one who knows. And there you have it. Okay, the music seems kind of quiet. Hang on, I need to check the... Where's the settings? Right here. Oh yeah, I turned down the music a lot. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more. I'll see if that's good. Anyway.
Interesting. You have certainly been diligent in your investigation. And yet I fail to comprehend your actions still.
Does that audio level seem good to everyone? Is it too loud or too quiet? Or probably not too quiet, but is it too loud?
Why do you not work? What? Ha! Brain exploded. Why do you not work to do what is right?
Okay, that's not... I don't see how this questioning is related. Is what I am doing wrong? If so, who is it that deems it so?
How can you not grasp even that? How can you not see that you are doing wrong in this very moment?
Okay, what did we do? Tell us what you did. We did wrong, then.
You are a prosecutor, and yet you aid the defense.
Okay, that's a good point, actually.
Excuse me.
Oh, also it's Guilty Gear, because Guilty Gear has two different characters who weren't named for a while, and were just referred to as that man. Oh, I see. Interesting. Wait, did you read that line?
I did not read that.
Oh.
This this flies in the face of common sense. You are breaking every rule in the book.
I think only of what is right and just, and act as I see fit in each situation I'm confronted with. This is the path I've chosen. The Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Gambit. Hang on a minute. And whether you can comprehend that choice is immaterial. But if you mean to stand in my way, I will fight back with all I can bring to bear.
Perhaps the goddess of justice is testing me.
She does that.
Why did that line just remind me of, what was it? Lord, stop, it was the fucking meme. It's like, stop giving me your toughest challenges or something.
Yeah. Lord, please just stop giving me your toughest challenges. It's just Miles Edgeworth.
Yeah. Very well. If it is her will that we must fight, then I shall end this once and for all. Listen well, Mr. Edgeworth, for there is no other reason why only Mr. Saint can be the killer.
See why Prosecutor's Path kind of fits as a subtitle. Edgeworth won't stop talking about his path, and this isn't even in the fan script. Or isn't even the fan script. Meanwhile, chess references in this episode so far. I am not going to argue again that chess is not an important part of this game. Chess is very obviously an important part of this game.
The body was moved from the yard to the workshop. Then Mr. Knight must have first been brought here to the yard from his cell. The only person who had the opportunity to do that is Simeon Saint. And thus he remains the only plausible suspect.
Okay, source?
Mr. Saint took the... Sources, I made it the fuck up!
Of course.
Mr. Saint took a cage with him to Mr. Knight's cell. But why would he do that? Why take such an unwieldy object all the way to the holding cells?
Define the Artoria Gambit. What would the Artoria Gambit be? Something about trying really hard to oppose the enemy chess player, but just being really terrible at it. I don't know. I don't know enough about chess to decide this. They're talking about a victim named Knight. That's hella chess-pilled. Yeah, and one of the most important pieces of evidence is a chessboard. And we were doing mind chess like 5 hours ago. This is a game about chess. It still works.
Plus, Gambit doesn't also just relate to chess, I don't think.
Yeah, it's also like Gambit can mean a lot of things.
Literally, there's a fucking X-Men character called the Gambit, isn't there?
Yeah, and his thing is cards. And he's about to make a name for himself right now.
Oh, I'm about to make a name for myself here now.
Also, Sinjem says the Artoria Gambit gave you the idea. What idea? I'm interested with that winking.
An idea?
But anyway,
Okay. Well, why take such?
Also, Sebastian is very obviously pawn themed. Wait, really? I didn't get that idea, but that makes sense. Also, Gavèlle with like her religious symbolism could be the bishop. I'm thinking. And
True.
And wait, and the pattern on her the pattern on her like whatever you like the sleeve, whatever you would call that, isn't that like a chess bishop kinda? It looks
on
like
the white part.
Yeah, like the.
A little bit, yeah.
The Artoria Gambit is eating the chess pieces while they're not looking. Yeah. Also, you're really reaching. I don't think I'm reaching too much about all of this. Anyway, what?
Anyway, why take such an unwieldy object all the way to the holding cells? Yeah, it is pretty sus.
What? Oh my God. I love you, Kay. I didn't even process that. Yeah, well, specifically, like, the gold thing on the white pattern, but yeah. But we've all met Mr. Saint. That's exactly the kind of thing he would do. Entirely plausible that he took the cage with him out of absent-mindedness and nothing else. Yeah, see, like, the kind of gold pattern thing. How do I... Wait, no. I just skipped a bunch of stuff by accident, sorry.
It may be plausible.
Yeah.
But it is no more or less plausible than him having helped Mr. Knight to escape.
Oh, I need some real solid evidence if I'm gonna get her to budge. Okay, right-click is the skip very fast button. Good to know. Excuse me. But what the... Hang on, what's the... What is the what is the button for, okay, hiding the text window, that's C. Okay. That's 100% in character. Yeah, she totally would say sus. And she just did.
Kinda sussy.
I know about you, but that guard seems like a real sussy baka. Anyway.
Moved to the yard. The body was moved to the yard from the workshop. Mr. Knight must have first been brought here to the yard himself. Well, the prisoner had the opportunity to do that, Mr. Insane, but then they would fucking notice if he was missing! Fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
The body fucking...
Should we just press everything? This feels like a press everything situation.
Hold it!
Hold it! You seem to think that Mr. Knight was killed here in the yard. When do you think he was brought here?
Sometime between midnight and 8 a.m., the day before the day of the show. It could only have been during that time.
In other words, between the end of rehearsal and the start of the performance.
As I was saying, if the body was moved from the yard to the workshop, okay.
Mr. Knight must have been brought here.
Hold it!
I think you have what you need for this one. Well, I don't know what it is, so we're gonna press. Was there really no other way he could have come here?
Mr. Knight was awaiting trial. If a random non-inmate had openly entered the prison proper, he surely would have been noticed.
And presumably none of your witnesses have testified to have seen... Wait, the blackout thing, right? Yeah, the breakers. The breakers, right?
Yeah! Precisely.
Okay.
Praise be the goddess of justice for granting you this insight. Sorry.
I love the idea that she actually just talks like a televangelist.
Oh God!
Like, praise be to the goddess of justice for granting you this insight. I
blame the story I was reading when we were in the call on Wednesday.
Right idea, wrong evidence, I think. Okay, well, if it's not the breakers, then it's the security footage, right? Yeah. There was a 3-hour gap. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, as you will agree, it can only be that Mr. Knight was brought over here in secret.
Okay,
Okay, I think here, maybe.
So present the security footage on this?
Yeah.
Objection!
Oh, they went silent, that's probably good. Mr. Saint is far from the only one who had the opportunity. Which opportunity are we talking about again? Thank you, Stacy, I'm glad you're here. We had previously established the time code on the security footage is off by 3 hours, and from this we can deduce that there must have been a power outage lasting for that length of time. during which anyone could have moved around the prison undetected.
Do you mean to say that our killer intentionally created this 3-hour gap?
Well, yeah, probably.
That it is no simple camera malfunction. Is that even possible? Yeah.
Well, yes, because breakers are a thing. It's completely possible to create the 3-hour gap using this motherfucking stuff.
Take that!
Stacy's too busy showing you the true solution to the overarching mystery of the game. Cool, I don't know what you're talking about. Is it the little director thing she's doing? I don't know.
The fucking framing thing?
Yeah. I don't know how that's related to... I don't know how... You keep saying that this is related to the final solution of the game, and I don't know what you're talking about. On investigation of the yard, turned up something rather interesting. A panel of breakers, one which can be used to cut the power to the security cameras. We also learned that the door of the power room may have been opened at around the time of the murder! What?
Oh, there's 2 birds now!
Oh, fun! They have a friend.
Such a shame to see one so capable fall so short of the mark. Mr. Edgeworth knows what he's doing, you bitch!
Actually, Mr. Edgeworth is the smartest guy in the world, so fuck you.
Then how does he explain the lock on the power room door?
L plus ratio plus objection plus eureka. Oh yeah, it was kind of locked up tight, and the warden's the only one with the key.
Don't fucking warden, bitch.
Well, gee, I wonder who it could be. Did Stacy just turn to Tim Allen, maybe?
Those breakers are vital to the prison's infrastructure, then why are they in that yard? I very much doubt that anyone could have gained access to the power room's key so easily.
Wait, actually, that's a good point. Why is this important room for the prison security stationed in the yard for prisoners to play around in?
Objection!
Anyway, objection! No. But one person could have.
I beg your pardon?
That person, the killer, had easy access to it, in fact. What's more, their position here is such that no one would dare question them. What? There's no one like that! The breaker to the electric fence is in there! They will be questioned in an instant! There's only one person who meets these criteria. I can hardly believe it myself. I can. But I have to follow where the logic leads. The person who had access to the power room key was...
the warden!
Regina Berry, age 17! No, it's Fifi Laguarde.
Take that!
Take that! The real culprit is... What? Oh, hi, Missile. Warden Laguarde. Hey, it has a locked door that is paradoxically high security in this prison. It doesn't use door locks mostly. Excuse me, good point. Yeah, Frank Sawit is the murderer! Oh, just look at you. Aren't you the cutest little poochie woo? I feel like my voice for this character changed last time, but I don't remember what it was.
It did.
It's not just a pretty face. Missile also had quite the nose for sweet things. What did I change the character's voice to?
It was like, first you were doing something French, and then Borat, and then...
Oh, right, I was doing Borat. I forgot about Borat. Okay. It seems to smell like something very sweet indeed, and it's coming for you. Oh, darling, you're making me... I don't know how to do a Borat voice. What... My wife. Oh, darling, you're making me blush. I'm not even wearing perfume. This is more Wario than... I'm just gonna do Wario, whatever the heck. And perhaps it's a sweet stench of death. You're a regular poet, aren't you? I had no idea. But if I didn't know better, I'd also think you're calling moi the killer. That is precisely what I'm calling you. What? Huh?
He keeps hitting himself in the face.
Yeah, you gotta be more careful with that thing, Stacy.
Wooden Laguarde is the killer? Mr. Edgeworth, do you realize what you're saying?
Oh ho ho, such a naughty boy. How could he suspect me, I'm the one in charge around here. It's like we're in a murder mystery, aren't we? Yeah, it's almost like you're in a murder mystery video game that didn't get released in the West for 16 years.
And equally far-fetched! This is preposterous!
You know, I saw Bowsette, Booette. I don't think I saw a Warioette. I'm gonna go see if that was a thing. Oh, it definitely was.
Hold it!
I've seen so many different Bowsette variants. Sadly,
I forgot, was Bowsette, like, fan creation, or was that actually official?
It was a fan it's complicated. Basically, originally, they created the Super Crown as a power-up that only Toadette can use to turn into a Peach clone, and then they were like, hey, and then fans were like, hey, what if other characters could use it? So then they created Bowsette from that. But then it was also found out later that there was a scrapped idea from Super Mario Odyssey where Bowser was going to, like, possess Peach and become basically Bowsette. And so we were very close to Bowsette being real. Which is hilarious, but they didn't go for it. And, yeah. Sadly, it is not, although I can hardly believe it myself. But this is where the evidence points, and we must trust in the evidence. This piece of evidence proves that Lord Laguarde is the killer.
What? No.
The Breakers?
No, we just did that.
Also, there's some lazy Warioettes, but there's some really fun designs that turn the mustache into her hair design, and it looks awesome. Oh, that's cool. I think I might have seen something like that. But yeah, I also saw one where, like, Wario uses the Super Crown, to start an OnlyFans and get a bunch of money. Which seems like something he would do. But anyway. What is the,
What the fuck do we have that proves?
Is it the Breakers? That's the only thing I can think of.
I don't think so. No, it's not that.
The Paw Prints. No, the roll call.
No. Or maybe it is the Breaker.
The tarp? That...
Let's try the Breakers.
Alright, yeah. I think it's the Breakers, yeah. This proves that you are the killer! Darling, please, that's your damning evidence. It has nothing to do with me whatsoever, and you know it. Well, that's bullshit, but... okay. Looks like that wasn't it. What?
What about the pulley system, because he was smelling sweet?
Oh, right, yeah. Missile smelled something on one Laguarde just now. Whatever
maybe
it was
it's his
could
body.
be. You're a hoot, Mr. Edgeworth. Really you are, but can we dispense with the jokes now, It's no joke, Warden. You are the killer. Really? Okay, do you at least try and present some plausible evidence?
Okay,
it's...
Go over the body,
Yeah, the sweet scent.
A sweet scent.
Take that!
There we go.
Your scent betrays you, Warden! I don't think Wario needs to put on a Super Crown in order to get people to buy his OnlyFans. That's true! He probably doesn't, but it would help expand his audience. So... And he cares about getting as much money from as many people as possible. And here is your accuser.
The police dog. Why did I go British?
Because everyone is British in this game. We had him track a sweet scent that was lingering around Knight's body back when it was first found. Now appears to be smelling the same scent, and it's coming from you. Oh ho ho! Darling, you're priceless, really you are! Your evidence is a whiff of suspicion. Verity, dear, do put him in his place. Oh, she's starting to see the vision. Seems Judge Gavèlle may have reached a similar conclusion to myself.
Do you believe this to be no mere coincidence, Mr. Edgeworth?
Well, it's either that, or Knight wears the same perfume as she does. And he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would do that. I do. After all, she had the key. The scent found lingering on the body is hers as well. But just one or the other, we might be able to brush it off as coincidence. However...
Indeed. Then it seems a conclusion approaches.
God, finally.
Perhaps we should hear what the warden has to say for herself.
We should, and when we have, this case will finally be at an end after, like, how many weeks have we been doing this one?
How many indeed? I'm actually gonna look this up.
You're all being simply awful. Stop looking at me like that. Me, the killer, how could I possibly do such a thing? Well, we'll find out how. Verity told me everything she knows about the case, sweetie. The victim died in his cell, so by your logic, I would have had to have killed him in there. But how am I supposed to have moved the body? Especially as I never went into the prison. I was too busy with work, you see. I was cooped up in my office until right before the show began. Check if you like, you won't find a record anywhere of my having entered or left the prison proper.
We've been at this for 5 episodes.
Wow, okay. That's like more than a month. I haven't the first idea what harebrained theories you little scamps have cooked up, but I'm innocent. There's simply no way I could be the killer. You okay, Gumshoe?
My dad said something and then my voice automatically did what he did.
Oh no.
Yeah, give me a break. Missile doesn't lie. Don't make it hard on everyone and just come clean.
Yeah, Missile is a good boy. He wouldn't lie to us. Oh dear, I'm afraid you're the one making things difficult. As I just said, I never went into the prison. If you think I'm lying, go and check the records. She clearly wants us to check those records, which means they won't help us. We just have to find another way of getting the truth out of her.
I know what she did.
Did she forge the records or something?
No. The way to get into the prison while the power is out is through the gate behind Edgeworth.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, stop being a big silly. You've made a boo-boo and you know it. This is the funniest voice I could be giving this character. Okay,
Okay, everything's told me, the victim died in his cell. Especially as I never went into prison. But we know there's a way to get into here from your office!
Yeah, that's the tunnel, right?
No. Look, pull up the map.
Oh, right, yeah.
Warden's office, there's a door right there.
Oh, right, yeah.
There's the garden, and then you see the electrical fence.
Yeah, that's
Power is out, you can go through that fence then.
That's pretty clear.
Objection!
Or not. Afraid there's a contradiction in your testimony. There is, darling, I'll do tell. Gladly, you see this evidence here.
Did you use
it? If it looks good, kill. Yes, I did. Okay.
I was just saying pull up the map so you can see what I'm talking about.
I thought that. Okay, whatever.
Absolutely. Wait, okay, I think I have an idea.
What is it?
You know how they had to get the elephant in here?
Yeah.
They had I think if I remember correctly, they said they had to go through that electrical gate.
Oh right.
What if
Yeah.
she never turned the fucking power back on?
That's a good point. That could have happened. Also, you may need to press to better set this up. Okay, well, let's press on this.
Hold it!
Do you have any evidence that you didn't enter the prison? Please, darling, let me finish.
Oh, that...
I was too busy with work.
Hold
Okay. So you're in your office the whole time and you didn't notice anything unusual? No, I can't say I did. You didn't notice anything missing. I must confess I'm a rather messy girl. And a forgetful one at that. I put something down, it's lost forever. It's a curse, darling, a curse. I even lost some important evidence recently. It was just gone, poof, just like that. Well, I mean, even if you're not the killer, I think we have grounds to fire you based on that.
Yeah.
But what? And she still has a job? Honestly, if somebody came into my office and took something, it might be years before I notice. Now this voice is becoming strong bad. It seems like I'll need more than the power room key to expose her. On the day of the murder, I was working in my office, and looking for something I'd misplaced. Even if I had a reason to go into the prison, I simply wouldn't have had the time. Wait, did that? No, that didn't add anything. You won't find a record anywhere of my having entered or left the prison proper.
Hold it!
Sure, maybe he didn't go through the main entrance to the prison, but what if he took another route?
Oh, here we go!
Oh, come now, sweetie. Surely you don't mean that awful, filthy tunnel they discovered. Why, until yesterday, I had no idea it even existed. No, you had another way in, I'm certain of it. A route that didn't require going through the main entrance or the tunnel. The route you took went through this location.
The fucking garden! Yes! Right there.
Take that!
Through the fence? Warden, you took Knight from a cell and brought him into your office, which just happens to be connected to the yard. If you had a way through the fence, then you would have been able to circumvent both the entrance and the tunnel. Heh, a gold star for creativity, darling. But how would I have gotten through the fence? Extremely high fence, topped with razor wire, with thousands of volts of electricity going through it. Yeah, how's she
Elephant in.
Yeah, how's she supposed to have gotten through that, huh? The fence's electricity supply can be cut off from the power room. Now, only you had the key, Warden. No one but you could have done it.
Utterly ridiculous. The power room is on the prison side of the yard. Warden Laguarde was on the detention center side. How would she even reach the power room?
Yeah, that's
My
actually...
theory is coming true.
That's actually what I was thinking about. Exactly, Verity, darling. Well, clever puss. You've dug yourself a real hole now. Gunk,
There is no record of Warden Laguarde having entered the prison proper. Then the idea that she could have shut off the fence by using the breaker is out of the question.
But there must be some way she could have done it. Take a deep breath, good guy. Big guy with words. Lose the cool and you've lost everything. But if I don't find a solution, she might still wriggle out of this. Hey, I said take a deep breath, not freak out and completely lose your cool. There's nothing to be gained by banging your head against the same wall, huh? No matter how you look at it, one Laguarde couldn't have done it alone.
Objection!
What?
You aren't doing any. Fucking hell! You aren't doing yourself any favors by obstructing the justice with your Silent.
Sorry, my honor. Sorry, Your Honor. I thought I would come up with a question while I objected. I didn't. That was a reflexive objection. Oh my god, literally. But now that I've yelled it, if I don't come up with an answer, it's all over. I have one more thing to add, if you'll permit me.
Something that explains how the warden could have shut off the breaker from the wrong side of the fence.
I mean, probably. Yes, because it's not as impossible as it seems. Which enabled her to shut off the breaker. The time of the murder? An accomplice? I don't think her position, but,
Time of the murder!
yeah. The time of the murder enabled Warden Laguarde to shut off the power.
Time?
Yes, it's a tool that you hang on the wall or wear it on your wrist. The past is far behind us, the future doesn't exist.
How exactly? I see you have no answer.
Dunk! No correct answer, it would seem. Warden Laguarde couldn't have turned off the breaker alone, which means...
Accomplice, isn't it?
But
you are only proving the warden cannot have flipped the breaker, Mr. Edgeworth.
But who could the accomplice be? No, there was one other way. Wait, maybe it's the guy. The boxer guy. Because he was sent to solitary, supposedly, right? Wait, no, but that was later. I don't know. But the bear tracks and the... Right? Okay. There's one way she could have done it! I'm just gonna throw something at the wall. She could have done it alone, but what if she wasn't alone? Ew, now we're talking. Way to flex the old gray matter, kiddo. I believe the Warden Laguarde had an accomplice.
Enough. You disappoint me, Mr. Edgeworth. What do you mean? Mr. Edgeworth has said not wrong. The inmates of this prison are all issued with security bracelets.
Oh, but there was one that was broken.
Oh, fucking hell. This motherfucker. No.
Oh,
Why?
I think it might be.
And then once I raise the alarm, the people are not supposed to. I see that you have realized your error. And we are, of course, within the prison ground. Where not only the bracelets are worn, but even the guards surveil each other for signs of wrongdoing.
Despite all that, no one noticed Mr. Casarato's escape.
The only ones who are free to roam are the animals. And they most certainly could not have operated the breaker.
No, so accomplice must be human. Oh my god, stop saying that.
What the fuck? Then who did it, given that it cannot have been a prisoner or a guard?
I think you don't understand what overruled means.
Objection!
Objection! I wouldn't be so quick to rule that either. Not either, Your Honor. The fact is, there's one person. Someone whose movements weren't restricted. And I have just the evidence to show who that free-roaming person is.
Oh, wait. Saw it.
Take that!
You have to Oh. This is one of the prisoner's bracelets.
Indeed, a broken bracelet belonging to a certain self-proclaimed model prisoner!
What do you mean? And who is this prisoner?
Frank Sawit! Warden Laguarde's favorite inmate! It's him again! God damn it!
Oh, I got his face.
It's strange, isn't it, Warden, that he was able to keep his broken bracelet hidden and wander freely around the prison all the while? That is pretty funky, and I don't mean in a good way. We're not getting funky on this Friday night. Also, that fox was licking her sweat. That's kind of weird. It couldn't be the case that he was permitted some sort of special leeway, could it? Although, you are in the habit of giving such leeway to certain others. Body Dharma Canis, for example.
Mr. Edward, that is pure speculation!
In that case, why don't we ask Mr. Sarwit himself? I'm confident he'll confirm for us that he and Wharton Laguarde were accomplices in this crime. The two of them had worked together. A certain route into the prison becomes viable. The real route, but by which Knight was moved from the cell to the prison proper. Recall that there were two big obstacles in her path. First, the security camera outside Knight's cell. Second, the electrified fence in the yard. But she was able to remove both obstacles in one fell swoop by having Mr. Sarwit shut off the corresponding breakers! Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, you've had your fun. Waddy'll show you fun! And you still deny it, Warden Laguarde? That's Warden Laguarde to you! No, darling, you've got me, I admit it. What, huh? What?
Warden, tell me this isn't true!
Sorry, Verity, honey, I'm afraid it is. Frankie helped me do it. No way! Okay, now what? She's got something up her sleeve.
You did it, Mr. Edgeworth, you got it!
Yeah, but the dramatic music is playing. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean we're good. Nice shooting, cowboy. She won't be wriggling out of this now, but the music. As Mr. Edgeworth said, I had Frankie switch off the breaker. But we didn't kill Knight, did we? No, sweetums, we didn't. What?
Warden, explain yourself.
Oh, Verity dear, I doubt your precious goddess will want to hear my excuses now.
She is all merciful, but you have but to confess and shall be saved. Oh my god.
Oh gosh, alright, I was being threatened. I had no choice but to do as he said.
Who's he?
Body Dharma Canis, that awful assassin! Canis? How long has it been since that awful man came here to my beautiful prison? You don't really look like you're, regretful of anything right now, I gotta be honest. I'll never forget the day he arrived. Oh, the moment we were alone, he said this to me. You should know that I have other dogs. Dogs not confined to this fine institution. Others? Yes, very loyal dogs. Dogs who'll do anything I ask of them. I don't like this CG. This looks like it was made for a very different kind of game. Of course he wasn't talking about real dogs. He was talking about his very human cronies. Yeah, we kinda got that. You didn't need to explain that part. And then he said one last thing. I would recommend that you take care in how you treat me during my stay here. I wouldn't want to have to set my dogs on you. Oh, your precious family. Now it looks like the virtual boy.
Did you just hear a drill go off?
A drill?
Okay, I guess that was in my house then. That was weird.
Huh. I never knew that the You're the Man Now dog guy was secretly a master assassin. What? I feel like I'm missing a joke here. I assume that's what You're the Man Now, dog, or WTMND stands for. I had no choice. I gave him that cell. I gave him everything he asked for. I mean, you say that, but apparently his dog cleaning up a crime scene is admissible in court. I mean, yeah, I guess. Everything? Wait, is that how he became the Fixer? Yes, darling, I obeyed his every command and smuggled in for him all that he wanted. Eventually, I brought dear sweet Frankie into our little conspiracy. He agreed right away, of course, because I made things easier for him, too.
So you were smuggling in contraband? How exactly?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. Can't... Oh, wait! Oh, You're the Man Now, dog! I get it! You're the dog now, man! You're the dog now, man! Oh, jeez, okay. Once a week, late at night, Frankie would shut off the breakers. That allowed me to go from my office into the yard without being seen by the cameras. Then I simply dropped the packages down the well and on the prison side and went back through the fence. Each one of them spritzed with a little of my perfume. So that's the sweet smell was. Well, awfully convenient that a murder happened at the same time that was supposedly committed by a person who has never been here in this prison until today. So he wouldn't know about any of this. Yes, it was a signal for Canis's dog. When he picked up the scent, he would fetch the packages and bring them back to his master. We had to make sure Rocco wasn't in his cell at the time, of course.
Can't everybody easy keeping him from finding out.
Incarcerado never noticed the dog that kept dragging mysterious parcels through his cell. Apparently not. Oh, we're all very much creatures of habit here at the prison, darling. Everything runs to a schedule. Meals, exercise hours, that sort of thing. We knew when he wasn't there. And that adorable little bear of his freezes with fright at the sight of Canis's dog, poor thing. So there was no risk of him raising the alarm either. Okay. She has oversight over everything here at the prison, which made her the perfect mule. With her on his side, Canis can't fail. Frankie would sneak out again early in the morning to switch the breakers back on, and our work was done. Oh, is that why he was in the yard earlier? Apart from fixing the time codes on the cameras, which I would do later when I got the chance.
You have shared a great deal, Warden. The goddess of justice will surely take your honesty into account. Shut up.
I've been the most dreadful fool. I know I have. I'm supposed to be the one in charge. The day of Knight's murder was also one of our delivery days, and so Frankie, bless his heart, did his usual work with the breakers. But there was no package for me to deliver that day, so I didn't go out into the yard. So that's the secret behind the fixer system and why she was... The police have been trying to track down his accomplices for the longest time. Even I've had to lend them a hand myself, you know. Oh, I'm sure you did. Heaven knows how many times I've hauled the secretive scoundrel into my office to talk to me. As no matter what I say or how much evidence I present him with, he simply won't say a word.
Because he can't fucking see the evidence.
Oh yeah, that's true. You know, Laguarde is an easily likable character. You don't expect much from here, but there's one dissonant detail, those rings. Oh, yeah. So that's why you were interrogating Mr. Canis over and over. Exactly, I was trying to track down those horrible hench people of his.
What is that sprite?
Yeah, that looks terrifying. That's an odd touch of luxury for the family-friendly prison warden. Yeah, I borrowed everything the police had on that rotten scoundrel. Is she scratching like she has fleas? I watched his every move, intercepted every letter he wrote. letters, so then I suppose she must know about his correspondence chess games, too. But no matter what I did, I couldn't turn up any clues as to who his underlings were. Living in fear like this, oh, you just can't comprehend it. She's literally hiding behind her attack ferret, dog, fox. I think it's a fox.
Yeah, it's a fox.
Attack floof. I christen this creature an attack floof. Yeah, let's do attack floof.
As you've just heard for yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The words of Warden Laguarde's confession have cleansed her of all suspicion. Are you sure about that? Surely there is no need to hound her any longer?
Has she really been cleared of all suspicion, though, or is there more about her to uncover? There's definitely more. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but this conversation isn't over yet. I think the Goddess of Justice would agree.
So you mean to make her suffer more than she already has?
Unfortunately, her suffering under Mr. Canis does nothing to prove her innocence in Knight's murder. She admitted herself that she knew of even facilitated the so-called Fixer's delivery route. I believe she used that same route to move Knight's body.
And where is your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's in the fact that the sweet smell on Knight's body is the exact same scent Warden Laguarde uses to signal a delivery. What do you make of that? You know, I don't think this game ever quite goes all into commentary, but at least skirts it. Yeah, I mean, you know, the prison warden being in the pocket of one of the most notorious prisoners definitely feels like it is commenting on something. Well, that's because we've done it so many times by now that the whole well probably smells of it. Some of it must have just rubbed off on his body. You dare to suspect the prison warden rather than You dare to suspect the prison warden rather than this convenient scapegoat, suspect? How dare you? What kind of prosecutor are you? There's definitely more. I think this describes this game. Yeah, true. What? What?
Why am I getting fucking notifications that I don't care about?
Oh, huh?
Anyway, that does much the statement that Mr. Caserato provided.
A smell, yeah, always kind of smelled nice down there. Nice? Gee, I don't know, smells sort of like the Zoid, I guess.
His words would seem to just suggest that the smell had permeated the well.
Well, then, in that case, then your delivery system would be entirely broken. And this kind of makes your alibi fall apart. On!
You have been reduced speechless, I see.
I said on! That's clearly a different thing.
Then I hereby move to adjourn the session of court.
This isn't a courtroom. I can still do... What?
What? No, what do we do, Mr. Edgeworth?
What can I do? Is this as far as we go? Finally! So we're actually done!
Yes, it seems we are.
Oh, we're not that lucky, though.
By the power vested in me, this court is adjourned.
Wait a minute. What? Who was that? Oh, sorry, that's you.
Who? Who was that?
Oh, hold it! Come on, Judge G. Things are just getting good. What, Fenda?
Are you objecting to my adjourning this session?
No. What a shot objection if I want to do that. Here to you, G. Adjourn, don't adjourn, whatever floats your boat.
What are you defending?
Don't worry worry about what I'm doing. Let's all just take a chill pill, shall we? By which I mean a square of chocolatey goodness. Anyone? Oh, I could go for one of those.
Are you trying to get yourself charged with contempt of what?
Are you trying to get yourself charged with contempt of chocolate? No, my bad. I just had a quick request to make is all. As Simeon Saint's lawyer, that is.
Ah, yes, I've forgotten that you were his real attorney, Thunder.
Yeah, I feel like Eddie should probably be the playable character in this, based on this, but whatever. How could you? You're killing me here, and you're gonna kill Mr. Saint if we don't do this.
Can you blame us? You've been making Mr. Edward do everything this whole time.
Right you are, which is why I figured it's time to put in some work. I mean, I'm getting paid for this.
Work, you say? Somehow I don't believe you worked a day in your life.
Well, you know what they say, if you enjoy your work, you never work a day in your life. And let's say this is me doing some prep work for the upcoming trial. Mind if I question the witness?
Now, amusing, but what is there left to ask?
I got a feeling in my funny bone that Fief's here has something more to tell us about the killer. Do I? Yes, indeed. See, as a major player on Team Simeon, I can spot a sympathizer when I see one, and you don't think you did it, do you? So tell us who did. Come on, spill the beans. We're all ears. Please just tell us who killed him. What did I just...
Mr. Edwards, what's he doing?
Okay, apparently the scroll wheel also skips. That's good to know. He's trying to coax one Laguarde to giving something away. Ask yourself, why would she go through all the trouble of sending Knight's body away on such an odd journey? It's because she wanted to frame Mr. Canis.
She did? No way!
If he was convicted of committing murder here, that could have been grounds for a transfer to another prison. Most likely a more secure facility.
And where he'd be out of her hair forever, huh?
Precisely! She saw her opportunity and seized it. No! Saint can't not be the killer! That's not fair! I was all ready to prosecute him! I know, right? But maybe we should find out what she thinks first. Don't want to get the wrong guy, yeah?
Nice. Now Mr. Winter has to go along with it, too. Well, Warden, are you happy to testify further?
I gotta be honest, I was kind of hoping that Frank Sawit was gonna be the one who said hold it, but, this works. Of course, how could I refuse the silver-tongued devil? Eddykins, you have such a way with words. Just doing my job, thief. Besides, one can't tell the truth without telling the whole truth, can one? I'm simply dying to tell all verity, darling. Do say you let me.
As you wish. Court is unadjourned.
You can do that? Oh, right, of course you can, because this isn't a fucking court, you pretentious asshole.
I can't believe you pulled that off, Mr. Fender.
Whew, me either. You know what they say, fake it till you make it. I learned that in France. Did I mention I've been to France? Thank you for the timely intervention. Hey, it's the least I could do. Kay's not wrong, I've been leaning on you hard. And besides, the defense never rests, am I right? Simeon's dependent on us. Sadly, I just think I just about exhausted my reserves of cool lawyer chat there. We can't foul this all up now, which means you're up to bat, Miles McSmiles. Show him that never rest spirit. Miles McSmiles, I love that. I shall. And there's his Miles McSmile. Fabulous, then let's get started. Okay, what's the deal now? I really don't think anyone could have done it but that dreadful man Canis. There's no telling what went on between him and the victim. Perhaps he simply took a disliking to him. He's certainly the type. But whatever the sordid details, it was him. He stabbed that poor man to death. And then he had his dog dispose of the body. That simply has to be what happened. Victim, Mr. Knight, yes, I did him the most terrible disservice. Yes, you killed him. I suppose you could put it that way. If it weren't such a sorry excuse for a warden, this would never have happened. And that's why I have to clean up this terrible mess.
Wooden Laguarde as ever. Your honesty is truly to your credit.
I have a feeling that Judge Gavèlle sees there's some bullshit going on.
I am certain that Mr. Knight is looking down and weeping tears of gratitude.
I don't think he. I think it's a bit of a stretch saying that he's looking down.
He's rolling in his grave because he ain't up there.
Yeah, I think he. I think he's more looking up from the bottom. If you catch my drift, stop skipping everything. You've clearly never met Mr. Knight. Yeah? Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was going to prison for a murder. Okay, it's no telling what went on between him and the victim. I mean, we know about the chess game, right? Right, wait.
Yeah.
Should we press on that? Yeah, we'll press on this. Knight was being held in a holding cell while Canis was in the prison proper. What could possibly have happened between them when they were on opposite ends of the facility? Prison's not as big as they seem, you know. All kinds of awful things can happen. Knight only arrived 2 days before he was murdered. I can't imagine anything significant happening in that short space of time. And you don't know Canis, dear. He'd find a way, I'm sure of it. Someone took a disliking to him? Could he take a disliking to someone all the way over in his holding cell? Oh, I'm just plucking possibilities out of the air, darling. As I said, there's no telling what really went on between them. You're so awfully serious, are you? Not that I mind, of course. Why is she looking at me like that? So noble, so dashing in that marvelous suit. So clever. I can feel myself becoming your biggest fan, darling. I really can. Go. Yeah, he has a bad experience with his biggest fans.
Stay with me, Mr. Edgeworth!
Nerg, I wasn't prepared for that mental onslaught. Should we present the chess game? Maybe?
No, sure?
Because that...
Objection!
Okay, that wasn't it. Take a look at this piece of evidence if you would, Lord and Laguarde. Oh, sweetie, aren't you just adorable? You don't need an excuse to talk to me, you know. She's trying to butter us up! And, what, how did I, no, I X'd out of the game for some reason, or minimized it. No, that's not what if it's a chat and a hug you're fishing for, all you have to do is ask. Watch out, Miles O incoming! I swear I saw my life flash before my eyes. I better try a different approach. Okay, what, investigation games really keep screaming at the audience that Edgeworth is gay. They sure do. Edgeworth would know a thing or two about people screaming his name. But whatever the story details, it was him. They stabbed the man to death. What more can you tell us about the sordid details? Well, we all know what Canis once did for a living. I doubt the killing part gave him much trouble, especially as the victim was already injured. His neck, I think. Couldn't turn his head to the right, poor dear. That's what they told me when they brought him in, anyway. They must make some sort of report for the warden when no prisoners are admitted. You seem keen for us to think you didn't know much about Knight. That's because I didn't, sweetie, and the victim was simply a fun target to that monster, nothing more. I expect Canis used the chisel that was hidden in that chest set, don't you? Awful grisly business. How do you know about that? Were you there for that? Just imagine, the man proper probably didn't have time to cry out. Fifi just gave Edgeworth flashbacks to cases 1, 3, 2, 4, I3, and I5. Yeah. I see. Thank you for your thoughts. They were very helpful. Actually, I'd like to hear about them in a little more detail, if you don't mind. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you're making me blush. I could chat with you all day. Cooties! Oh, don't look so nervous, darling. I'm only teasing. Of course we can talk about them some more. Okay. So, like, how... So, yeah, how, I think I should press some more on this?
Yeah.
Which chest set would that be precisely? Why, the one the victim brought in, sweetie. Do try to keep up. The victim was a certified chess fanatic. Also, I'm led to believe that a naughty boy snuck a chisel inside it. Can you imagine? How did she know about the chisel and chess set? Only a few people were supposed to know about that. After all, we only learned about it thanks to certain deductions we made. Yeah, exactly. So how did she find out? Of course, in the hands of a killer like Canis, even a chisel could serve as a deadly weapon. So, yeah, So, yeah, how do you know about the parts you weren't there for? Wait, no. Warden Laguarde, I'm afraid there's a, okay, okay. Yeah, whatever. So the, this
Save.
then?
I say save real quick.
Okay, yeah, we'll save. And then, wait,
You had it! Records!
Alright, records. I know how this game works. I've only been playing it for the better part of a couple months. Chisel could work as a deadly weapon in pretty much anyone's hands. Yeah, I mean, it's a sharp knife. This one? Is this the one?
Objection!
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Warden Laguarde, you strike me as being more careful than the image you project suggests. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, please call me Fifi or Sweetie Pie if you prefer. You're just younger old bag. You're just younger old bag.
Yeah.
However, I think you might have been a
I'm
little less careful than you realize in this instance. That's not the voice for this character. Tee-hee, aren't you just the most adorable little creature? Don't be embarrassed, we're all family here. None-a-goo.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't let her get inside your head.
You said earlier, it's her name, she's Young Bag, of course.
God damn it.
Wait, no, yeah, You said earlier that you didn't know much about Night, in which case I find it rather strange you know about the chisel. Well, of course I do, darling. You think we don't check prisoners when they come in? Objection! You're not talking your way out of this, Warden. That was entirely irrelevant, and you know it. Knight didn't bring the chests sent to the prison himself. It was brought by Mr. Saint when he came to visit. Knight wouldn't have mattered with him when he arrived. What? I mean, of course, that when Mr. Saint came in, you checked him. I find that hard to believe. Because if you did, that makes the story all the stranger. If you found the chisel, why did you not confiscate it then and there? Eek! Judge Gavèlle, did you tell anyone about the hidden compartment in the chest set?
I did not.
If no one leaked our findings, then how exactly did you learn about the chisel, Warden Laguarde? It certainly couldn't have been when you checked Knight or Mr. Saint on their arrival.
Indeed, such a thing would imply an international oversight. Intentional oversight if it had been found yet let through.
And now that the game's out worldwide, it is an international oversight. Precisely. So, Warden Laguarde, and answer truthfully this time. Where and when did you learn about the chess set? If you won't answer, then allow me. I submit that you... Hold it! Alright, darling, there's no need to rub it in. You got me, alright? What? Huh? I questioned Knight. That was when I learned about the chess set. But please, you have to believe me, I did not kill him.
One moment, Warden. This is a significant development. I
Yeah,
am finally not being a bitch, or am I still a bitch? I can't remember anymore. The court requests that you make a detailed statement on the record. Any objections, Mr. Edgeworth?
None, Your Honor. Thank you, darlings. I'll clear up this awful misunderstanding. I promise. You better.
Very well, go ahead. Warden Laguarde, and please tell the truth this time.
You know, she presents herself like she's more professional than the other judges in this game, but I don't think she really is. She's just got more style. Her lies are starting to wear thin. Is my chance to expose her. Alright. I said I questioned Knight, but it wasn't anything serious, you understand. I make a point of talking to every newcomer to our little home. Yes, stop making out with your fox and work and tell us the truth. Knight was no different. We just had a little chat, you might call it. And after we talked, I had him taken back to his cell straight away. The more she lies, the more thoroughly she seals her fate.
So it was simply a conversation with a new detainee. That seems entirely above board.
Okay, would you care to elaborate on what the fuck you were talking about then? Exactly, Verity, darling. I knew you'd understand. Objection? Well, I don't. What proof do you have to back up your statement?
I suppose we shall see, won't we, Mr. Edgeworth? You may begin your cross-examination.
Okay, my truth part 2, let's go. Okay. What was the chat about?
A little cat, huh?
How was he when you spoke with him? That's your question? Oh, he was so open and honest, darling.
What? There, guy? Honest?
He was talking about one croissant and promoting a pawn. I suppose he must have been hungry. Yeah, so you don't know anything about, chess, it seems. En passant and promoting a pawn. Yes, I totally knew that en passant is what he was talking about. Seems he spared no one from his obsession with chess. You're one to talk. After we talked, I am taken back to his cell straight away. Okay, what?
Hold it!
If he really had gone back to his cell, he would still be alive today. Hold it, you really think I murdered the poor man right there in my office, don't you? But what would my motive have been, darling? I told you I barely knew him. That we just talked about that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If he was talking about chess with her, then would he have mentioned that he was playing chess with Canis?
Maybe?
Wait a minute. Okay, wait, I can't check the evidence yet. I'm no angel. I have my grudges against
Must
Canis,
be.
but Knight had nothing to do with that animal. Oh, that's wrong! That's wrong! Wait. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. What you do to promote a pawn in chess, you need to get them all the way to the end of the board. Which it seems that he's about to do in this game. So and en passant probably means something else. Knight had nothing to do with that animal. She really does hate Canis. Warden Laguarde, I must insist that you append that statement to your testimony. Aha, we know that he actually did have something to do with that animal.
Objection!
We got her. Judge Gavèlle, I'd like you to take a look at this.
Notes about a game of chess. What's the significance of this, Mr. Edgeworth?
Croak, what were you saying about chess not being relevant to this case? It was found in Knight's cell.
Yeah, Croak.
Which is exactly where you said you saw it too, Warden Laguarde. But you didn't just see this game in Knight's cell, did you? You've seen it in Mr. Canis' cell too. What do you mean? Oh, come now. Don't tell me you haven't taken a look at the chessboard in maximum security. I imagine you watch his every move like a hawk. Or rather, I imagine you feel that doing so is your only option.
If she wants to find out who his cronies are, right?
I said chess wasn't a theme of this game. Well, I disagree strongly. Personally, interrogating your own prisoners is highly irregular, to say the least. It's a plot point because they killed the chess crazy guy from last case. This ain't a theme thing. I cannot... You have absolutely no, you seem to have absolutely no defense against logic chess being a thing. So I don't know why you're, okay, whatever. As you said, Mr. Canis had threatened you, he'd put your precious home at risk, that's why you took it upon yourself to question him. You wanted to find out who his dogs were. And so what if I did? You also told us you read his letters, which means you must have known about one key fact. You knew he was playing correspondence chess. Ah! And then who should appear but Knight carrying with him a diagram of a very particular game. We ourselves used that diagram to infer a connection between the two men. It seems you came to the same conclusion. But in your fear, you took your reasoning one step further. You surmised that Knight was Mr. Canis' henchman sent to kill you. Oh, that makes sense. I didn't even think about that. Which is the real reason that he had that chat with the Bronxster. If his boss wouldn't crack, maybe he would. Eddie, do not give dead men nicknames. And when you question Knight, you made another discovery. For there inside his chest set, you found a hidden chisel.
The murder weapon itself.
As far as you were concerned, that chisel meant one thing, Canis. Thus, you convinced himself that Knight was working for Canis, and that is why you killed him. I see you have no more excuses. Judge Gavèlle, your verdict, please.
Much as it grieves me, there would appear to be little room for doubt. I hereby give my verdict. Bronco Knight was murdered by... In the name of a goddess of justice, who is it this time?
I love how this game now is even acknowledging, like, these hold-its are getting ridiculous. Wait a minute, I just realized it wasn't her talking just now. It was like the fox was mouthing to her noises.
Warden.
Hee, it's a joke! It's all a big stupid joke! I'm the fox! This is my voice! You people just don't get it, do you? I think we've proven that it's you who didn't understand things correctly. Me? Please, darling, I understand all perfectly well, thank you very much! No one's being forensics for the ultimate hold at craziness. And I understand there's a glaring contradiction in your theory, Mr. Edgeworth! En passant, a pawn captures another pawn that moved with its initial two square move to the same rank besides an enemy pawn. The capturing pawn moves to the space behind the move pawn. Thanks, Sinjim. Now I understand kinda what en passant means. You're just grasping at straws now. I have no time for this. You honor the verdict. What?
I am curious to hear what the warden has to say.
What?
God damn it!
Okay, but what if, like, she actually says something and then Gavèlle is like, okay, that's bullshit, arrest her. What? You're dull, Verity. I have just one last thing to say. Then Edgeworth can declare himself the winner. You wang! Does anyone remember a certain updated autopsy report?
Of course, we received the finalized version only this morning.
That's right, and I was listening to what you told us about Verity, even if nobody else was. Also, wait, why is the chat not updating with what's on the stream? It shows tons of messages on the stream that I haven't actually seen in chat. Wait, really? That's
You don't
weird.
have all messages enabled.
Oh yeah, there. If you have it as top chat, some messages won't be visible, but live chat will show them all. It's weird. I don't know what that's about. You said the wound was 4 inches deep.
4 inches?
You know, if nothing else, I feel very proud in one point. I'm very glad I advise you to not try to finish this last stream. Yeah, thank you for that. Oh yeah, it was top messages. Yeah, I don't know why that's even a feature. Wait. Riddle me this, Mr. Edgeworth. How does a tiny chisel make a 4-inch wound?
You just really shove it in there.
Yeah. No!
Forgive me, oh goddess! I gave her personally close to making a terrible mistake!
Looks like your theory is the one that doesn't hold water, Edgeworth. What now? Good point, actually. Huh.
What do we do?
Oh, come on, riddle me this. Laguarde, is your real surname Nigma? Yeah, the Fifi Nigma, I get, there's not a joke there.
It'll be fine, Mr. Edgeworth always comes through. Right, sir?
Edgeworth would know a thing or two about shoving it in real deep. We haven't been able to get a lot of good ones into this stream. I'm glad we got that one. Looks to me like the Milesatron's out of commission! Wait, the Milesatron... Wait a minute, is that a reference to Miles as a robot? They can't be, right? But maybe?
Wait, I missed it. What?
Well, looks like the Milesatron's out of commission, implying that he's a robot.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Is that...
It might be.
Could it be? That would be wild if it was.
You're an attorney too, aren't you? Why don't you do something? Turn things on their heads with a desperate bluff. Blurt out the first mind-blowing thing that comes to you. Is he taking from Phoenix?
Look, detective, I'm as much of a man of action as the next guy, but without evidence, we're up a creek without a paddle here. This might be the end of the road.
We can't give up now. We have to do something.
I'm certain that one Laguarde is the killer. It's the only explanation that fits the facts of the case. The chisel wasn't a murder weapon. What other bladed weapon is there in this facility?
It seems we still don't know. We still do not have all the answers. God fucking damn it! Nor the evidence to provide. Fucking hell! I'm gonna scream. Also, we must wait until the trial to see this matter resolved, I'm afraid.
No, this is Ace Attorney Investigations, not Ace Attorney Trials.
Objection!
What?
There's more birds!
Objection! Ah, come on, G. You're just giving the killer a chance to destroy the evidence.
Are you calling this the judicial process into court? Fucking hell.
Hey, nope, not me. I tried, Miles. Any bright ideas? What is the real murder weapon since it's clearly not the chisel? Confounded, this question throws everything we've deduced out the window. What else do we have? What the... the glove, the rope,
No.
Shit, we really don't have anything, and I didn't mean to select that. My phone just fell over.
Nothing to add, Mr. Edgeworth. Allow me to remind you.
We are thousands of feet in the air. I mean...
That claims not supported by sufficient evidence are subjected to the harshest penalties. Shut the fuck up.
That's a lot of dots. I think that's a new record for the most dots in one text box. It's hopeless. I can't think of anything. If you had an actual weapon and evidence, you'd know, but you need something that points to a weapon you didn't find. I need more time.
There was a piece of evidence. They said they couldn't find the weapon at all! They said they couldn't find it!
Loath as I am to admit, What? Okay, did it.
Now! Remember what Mr. Fender said? Simeon's counting on us. Without us, he's... Remember how upset he was? He was devastated. Nobody's in more pain than him over Mr. Knight's death. There's no way he did it. If we can't save him, who will?
There's probably literally nobody else in the world who cares about this guy.
And what's more, he believes in us! He's sitting in that cell waiting for us to bring him some good news!
So is, like, Regina just, like, watching this all, just, like, playing games on her phone or something? Because she hasn't really mentioned anything. So many dots, so many periods. Does that mean Edgeworth is trans mask? I could believe it. I could believe that.
And I, for one, won't walk away until we have some.
Okay. Gee, Miles, your little buddy there's quite the motivational speaker. And she's right, too. When you find yourself on the ropes, think of your client. Picture him pleading with you to help him. Doesn't that make you want to fight back as hard as you can until the very end? Think of your old man, good old Gregory. No matter how bad things looked, he'd always find a way to turn it around and save his client. And you're just like him, right? I mean, do you want Regina's commentary on the situation? I'm not sure she's gonna be able to add much discussion. Maybe some sparkles, maybe. I don't know, it just feels weird that she's not mentioning that she's not, like, chiming in at all. If there's any way to force a turnabout here, you're the one who'll find it. Simeon's counting on you. Regina is playing stage 1128 of Candy Crush Saga. She would play Candy Crush. Judge Gavèlle.
You seem to have recovered your composure, Mr. Edgeworth. Nether bird!
I think it's just the same bird from before. Oh, wait, no, there is more birds. There's a lot of birds. I like the birds.
Press C.
Yeah, that...
Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, and I see the tail of a fourth one right behind her hair.
And there's also Polly. Polly is in the jail. So
Yeah.
that they're all conspiring to break Polly out of jail. That's my headcanon. There's like some there's like some like talking animal movie shenanigans happening in the background that we can't understand because we don't talk bird. But yeah,
But if you mean to attack the fence, I would advise you to consider the ramification.
Oh my gosh, I forgot the Rammies, bro. Oh, they're jailbirds. Of course. nice one, Anti.
You have repeatedly proposed misguided theories and have made numerous false accusations.
I mean, we've only made, like, 2 false accusations, really. Just the same person.
If you do so again, I will have no choice but to judge you unfit to serve as a prosecutor. I mean, we're not as a prosecutor right now. And relieve you of your badge for good. Fuck you.
I mean, when has this ever... When has getting a guilty verdict literally ever when has, like, getting the wrong culprit, like, literally ever mattered? She's right. I put forward a number of theories that proven to be flawed in one way or another. Have I made some sort of fundamental oversight? Wait, she said my theories were misguided.
Nothing to say. Then the court will tolerate no more of your time wasting! I hereby... God damn it, here we go. Let's go. One more. Oh. I missed it, I think.
You missed what? No, what?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh. Did anyone say... Oh. Sir!
Yeah,
Sir!
no. Okay, finally tracked down the Milesatron line in the fan script. It's gotta be a generic surprise line. Ray says he's gone all white. Yeah, so if it's not in the fan translation, that could have just been like a cheeky reference to Miles as a robot. It's not out of the question. And,
Mr. Edgeworth! Give my verdict!
And yeah, Miles has gotten wrong culprits before, but he's not usually part-time working as a defense attorney and meddling with an active investigation. You know what? That's actually fair, but... Oh, we're in the white space now. Now the screen has gone all white. That's it. I've been thinking about it wrong all this time. My theories weren't misguided. I was being misled. That's the same thing.
Give me a second.
What's happening?
Shut
Oh dear.
up! Did that catch on the mic?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, okay. Sorry about that.
No worries. I think it's a little too soon for that, Your Honor. I'd say it's 2:12, darling. When do you agree, Verity?
Damn, that really did catch on the mic. Oopsie! Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, you may proceed.
What? Misguided versus misled. It's not my fault. I had stupid ideas because people were tricking me. Yeah, I guess so. I'd like to remind you of a few things. The sighting of his dog, Helmet, the fact that he wasn't at the show, these and other factors made Mr. Canis the obvious suspect at first.
This again, Mr. Edgeworth. You seem almost proud of your blunder.
Just let me finish, you asshole! But what if the real killer wanted us to suspect Mr. Canis? What if this was all carefully arranged? And what if the same was true of the chisel, our purported murder weapon? Miss Knight had been stabbed multiple times in the same place with a bladed instrument. What if he was stabbed with the chisel after the real murder weapon had been removed, just to leave traces of blood on... Wait, I skipped that by accident. just to leave traces of blood for us to find. That was how the killer misled us into thinking the chisel is a murder weapon. But why mislead us in this way? Why indeed? I'm really glad that the history feature exists in this game.
Yeah,
I just kind of wish that they updated the old game to add that. Why make us think the chisel is a murder weapon rather than whatever was really used in order to get Canis transferred? Edgeworth would know if... Oh,
are we able to save real quick?
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
I say save. Just...
Also, Edgeworth knows a thing or two about impatient partners who won't let him finish. Oh my. Oh, wow.
Oh! Okay.
To get Canis transferred.
That must be it. That or it's the real one. But, you know.
Warden, you took advantage of what the chisel seemed to suggest. What it suggested? What are you talking about, darling? Mr. Winner, you are the murder weapon. I mean, I meant to say the murderer, but I think that what I said was funnier. If I were to tell you what the murder weapon was a chisel, what would you think? Huh? That Mr. Canis is the killer? And there you have it. That was the trap the warden set for us.
Oh, Mr. Canis has a bunch of chisels! So she wanted us to think it was one of his, right?
Indeed, that was her plan right from the start. To frame Bodhidharma Canis.
Your reasoning would appear as to be sound. Warden Laguarde certainly seems to harbor a deep and abiding hatred for Mr. Canis. However, I think you know what I'm going to say next, because I've said it so many fucking times.
The method
and yet
was...
it leads nowhere.
The method was blunt force trauma. They hit him with Winner's head repeatedly. That tracks.
That alone is not sufficient proof that Lord Laguarde is the killer.
She stabbed a random guy with a different guy. Yes, exactly. I knew that wouldn't be enough. There's only one thing that will prove it. The real murder weapon that we now must exist. If you cannot prove your
theory, then this conversation ends here.
Objection! If we could just find the real murder weapon...
Fucking...
How many times do we have to go over this? What?
What if the alligator ate the fucking weapon?
Oh yeah, could be. How many times do we have to go over... No one ever checks inside the alligator's mouth.
Why would you?
Of course. How many times do we have to go over this? We searched the prison from top to bottom. A blade implement, the first known case of murder versus Ahoge. Oh my god. They stabbed him with Stacy's hair.
Correct.
Oh, Spookbox has one of those. So it might not be the last known case of murder via Ahoge. Knowing her.
So no other possible murder weapon has been found, so I'm afraid you're at a bit of an impasse.
Objection!
I can still prove my case yet, Your Honor, because still here, inside this prison, this would have made sure of that. The security gate! I'm glad you at least remember what it is. And do you remember what it does? Of course I do! I'm not an idiot! The security gate detects metal! Which means you can't bring anything metal into this prison or take it out! Precisely. There's another murder weapon. It cannot have been taken off the premises. Unless they, just pass it around the thing like they apparently did with the chessboard.
But nor could it have been brought into the prison in the first place.
Unless it was in the chessboard.
So we find ourselves right back where we began.
Edgeworth knows many things about taking it out. Judge Gavèlle.
What I am trying to tell you, Mr. Edgeworth, is that if you wish me to believe that there is another murder weapon here in the prison, you would also have to explain to me how it got here.
Alright, we know the chisel was smuggled into the prison inside a pocket chest set. Our contention is that the chisel is not the real murder weapon, so if the murder weapon came from outside of the facility, there must have been a way to bring it in.
Yes, the question of the hour is, can you show me the alternate route?
I forgot what an ahoge is and thought you were saying ahegao, and I was very confused. Yeah, murder versus ahegao would be a very different thing. And I am worried of the implications as to what that would be. But, how did the weapon Warden Laguarde use to get into the prison?
He smuggled it in?
You borrowed evidence from the police to help with your investigation, is that correct? Oh, right, yeah. Why, yes, sweetie, everything related to Canis is with him. Heaven knows how many times I've hauled the secretive scoundrel into my office to talk to me. Of course, that's how! The fact that this is here with us shows how a blade object could have been brought into the facility as well.
The bell! The bell! The bell! The bell!
The bell!
Take that!
Don't ask for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee, motherfucker! Allow me to remind you of our conversation with Mr. Canis yesterday. Why is my voice like this all of a sudden? At this point, we're approaching murder via yaoi paddle. I mean, have you seen those things? Yaoi paddles are dangerous weapons. Yes, it was but one of my bells, only one of two in existence. Wait, are we implying that she murdered him with a bell? Wait, girl, no, we just upended
if you look at the description.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what?
It says it was attached to his knife.
Oh, right, yeah. Girl, we just upended a smuggling route. Even if that's not the intended solution, it's still a very weird point to make. Oh, yeah, that's true. Just two? Two and only two. One for my knife. Well, the smuggling route is also within the prison, so... But whatever.
Yeah.
Two and only two. One for my knife and one for my beloved helmet. Exquisitely crafted, utterly unique. My ears are my guide after all, and I must be able to use my tools precisely. Of course, as you said, the knife has long since been taken from me. So you see, there's a way for objects to be brought into the prison and scrutinized as part of the evidence. Warden Laguarde borrowed from the police. What? Mr. Canis' knife was part of the evidence in this case against him, and the evidence was here in the prison. Not only that, but the knife had a certain bell attached to it. I'm hungry.
Sorry. The bell that was attached to the chisel.
Correct! The killer took the bell from the knife and attached it to the chisel.
But that can't be right! The chisel only had Mr. Knight's fingerprints on it.
Easy explanations of the gloves! She made it look as if the chisel was the murder weapon and then attached the bell to it. In doing so, she made sure that all evidence pointed to Mr. Canis, who had access to the evidence from which the bell was taken. Why only the person to whom it had been entrusted?
Who was it, sir? Who's been messing with the evidence?
Carmen Sandiego! I don't know.
I love you, but Jesus fucking Christ.
Sorry.
I believe that would be you. Isn't that correct, Warden Laguarde?
Bells aren't exactly rare, you know. Anyone could have set that up. Unluckily for you, that isn't quite true. These particular bells are unique because there are only two of them in existence. What? By attaching that bell to the chisel, you as good as declare yourself the killer. But you don't have any proof that the knife was even here to begin with. I don't, not yet anyway. Mr. Winter, I'd like you to order another search of the prison right away. But if you do find something, that's gonna make things awkward for me. Isn't it about what's convenient for you? We have to find the truth. You're a prosecutor, aren't you? Well, yeah, but, you know. It's worthless excuse for a prosecutor. If I had investigative authority, I wouldn't be sitting on it. Anyhow, it's not my decision to make. The warden will have to authorize it. You know full well she will do no such thing. You have the power to insist on a search, use it. Sorry, darling, but not without that evidence.
The goddess of justice cannot bestow her blessings on those who lack the proof to support their claims.
The goddess of justice sounds kind of dumb, to be honest.
The work here is done. The rest of this matter will have to be settled in the courtroom.
Even her freaking coat thing is even kind of shaped like a bishop chess piece, a little bit.
Yeah.
I think, right?
If you connect dots with a line.
But even like even like this whole thing, it's like, Not even regarding the dots, just like in this pose, I feel like it does, right? Unless I'm forgetting what a bishop looks like.
It has like a weird mouth opening almost.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. No, if we give Laguarde the opportunity, she'll destroy whatever evidence is left. I have to object, I have to stop them.
Stop.
What do I say? I don't have anything concrete to offer. Also going about the point of Stacy being pawn coded. Pawns can be upgraded into a queen, and I mean we've been implying that she's trans this entire time. So if there was a curve rather than the 3 points, I'd buy it. No, it's not that part. I mean I don't know how to, I mean, like, the code itself, okay, after this case is done, we'll unlock this character in the character thing, and I can, the sprite viewer, and I can show it. What am I thinking? I'm never this reckless. No, I can't back down now. I've got to put everything on the line. I'm not a prosecutor right now. I'm an associate attorney with a client to defend. She can have a character arc. Clearly, this is chess. All of this is chess. You argument addict. This is obviously, this has been about chess this entire time. She definitely has a bishop look about her, I agree. Some part of the royal court thought, though, I think she doesn't really look like any other piece. Yeah, yeah. The white of her part of his coat does look like a chess piece. Thank you, Septuple, anti. Only I can say Mrs. Saint, and that means... If my chances are 1,000,000 to 1, it's still worth a shot. It's now or never. Should I object? Yeah! I suppose this must be how a certain serial bluffer always feels. That man! Regardless, I cannot walk away.
Objection!
Wait, Your Honor!
Said, better be good, Mr. Edgeworth. I want to go home.
I've got it!
Got what exactly?
It's the real murder weapon, of course. I know where Mr. Cadis's knife is.
Do you really, Mr. Edgeworth? I know where it is.
I do. Not at all.
If I did not know better, I would say that you were bluffing.
Ha! You wound me, Your Honor. I don't know the meaning of the word. No, this is terrible for my heart. There's no way you could. It's not here, I tell you.
The fucking alligator has it.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, would you be so kind to enlighten me?
Where is the real murder weapon?
Wait a minute. When we used the metal detector, didn't it detect something on the alligator?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it was like, I think Regina said that the alligator ate something it didn't agree with. And it
Yeah.
wasn't eating.
Think, Miles, think! Somewhere not even the police would search a blind spot in this zoo. A hiding place that the warden could be absolutely sure of. A hiding place? No. If you insist, come on, Helmet, open up! Yeah, the chisel and the dog. Did she use the same trick? No, that's ridiculous, isn't it? But the more I think about it, how many foolproof ways to evade detection could there be?
Mr. Edgeworth, how long do you intend to keep us waiting?
There's the faintest possibility I'm right, but if I'm wrong, we stand to lose everything. Your Honor, this is where the real murder weapon is. In the yard.
And see that half circle? No! It's not there! It's that half circle!
Wait, I didn't know we had to be so specific.
Yeah, are you sure? I don't believe I understand you. Do you care to explain yourself?
I thought the half circle was the well.
No,
Oh,
the one that's like... That's where the...
Okay, I'm sorry. Of course, somewhere around there, because...
You will not win a court around with such transparent bubbling, Mr. Edgeworth.
Wrong. I should have left the bluffing to the professionals. I'm looking for a place where the one could have, yeah. Once she could, yeah.
So this is your last chance, Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us where you believe the murder weapon is.
Yeah, it's
half circle right here. The well is in that top corner. No, not that! Not that one!
Oh, you mean the half circle. Right.
Yeah. Or I guess quarter circle. What's that meme Russian Badger did? You mind telling me what you're doing over there? Sir, quarter circles.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I had to do a Russian Badger joke. Anyway, here in the yard.
Indeed.
I don't believe I understand. Would you care to explain a little more?
Where exactly is the real murder weapon?
And you fuck it up, boom.
Also, I clicked the yard before. Why did this not work?
You were in the garden area.
Uh-oh. Okay. Of course, that's where it must have been.
Huh?
What's the matter, detective?
It's the metal detector, sir. It's a reacting to the alligator. What? How?
The metal detector is reacting to something inside her after all. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you of this piece of evidence.
A chisel?
Did we just figure out that isn't the mortal weapon? You might recall that Mr. Candace hid this chisel in the dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden in much the same way? That's right, the murder weapon is hidden inside the alligator in the pond over there! This game is so fucking stupid, I love it. No way! We detected the presence of a metallic object during our earlier investigation. Judge Gavèlle, we need to know what's inside that alligator!
Understood. Then we will need to summon a veterinarian.
I'm sure I could get the little sweetie to open up for us. I'd be happy to give it a try.
Finally!
Finally, Regina has a reason to be here still. Please, by all means. Warden Laguarde! The real murder weapon is about to be revealed. Why not do the right thing and confess? Right after that 17-year-old girl sticks her hand inside an alligator's mouth. I have nothing to confess. As you wish, then you can simply wait and watch as your lies are exposed.
Sir, we got it! That has to be it! Please tell me we're almost done!
It's over, Fifi Laguarde. The real murder weapon was Bodhi Dharma Candace's knife, making you the only person who could have killed Bronco Knight.
Fine.
I'm not the criminal here. This is all Candace is doing. I did the right thing. Knight was a threat. He is Candace's lapdog. Curse that despicable man, Candace. Why did he have to come and ruin my perfect little home? We could have been happy forever if it weren't for him. He ruined my paradise on Earth! He ruined everything! Curse him! Curse that terrible butcher! That awful, terrible man! Curse him! Bury the platypus! Ah! Her entire coat was alive?
Her coat was a lie.
Prosecutor Swinner, sir! The test results have just come back! Swinner? I guess we've all been under a lot of stress. Traces of Bronconite's blood were found on the Mr. Canis' knife. It's just like you said, sir. Congrats on a stunning victory! Thank you, officer! Excellent work! You can continue complimenting me if you like. Her coat was alive! Yes, sir. Twitter wins again! I think I'm welling up a little. With rage.
Excellent work, Eustace. Just a few loose ends to tie up and we're done.
Wait!
You.
Eustace Stacy didn't do shit! Excuse me?
Stacy did shit.
Oh, what are you talking about? I just solved the case, didn't I? Near...
No, you didn't.
Near perfect, Dan Poppenmeyer, he did there. Thank you so much. We have yet to confirm whether or not Knight really was working for Mr. Canis. It will be vital to know if Warden Laguarde was simply jumping to conclusions on that front. Huh? There's Clueless, and then there's you. Oh, well. Then I guess we better get back to our Ace Attorney Investigation 2 prosecutors did whatever the fuck. Alright, officer, you're with me. You're about to see the winner win a whole lot more. Prepare to witness force-weight investigative talent in action. Yes, sir! I'm right with you, sir. Can't wait to watch you at work. It's winning time!
I hate everything.
My favorite part... What was your favorite part of this case? My favorite part was when Eustace Winter said it's winter time and wind all over the place.
Fuck, where did I put my ring? Oh, I hate this. Yeah. I expect this will. Oh wait, it's on my. Oh, it's on. I expect this case will cause quite a stir.
Eustace Winter, cringe achieved. Cringe has been achieved long ago.
I usually have my ring on my right hand. I forgot I moved it to the left hand.
This is the most accurate work of translation ever completed. Yeah. Is that a Morbius reference? Yes.
Yeah. The attempted murder of a president is news enough, and now his would-be assassin has been murdered.
Right, I kind of forgot that the president was almost murdered. But Knight never sought to kill the president in the first place.
The truth is not always as important. Might just
fuck you! I thought you were good.
in the eyes of both society and the law. Man,
Shut the fuck up. Can we end now? How can you even say that?
You don't have to believe me, however. As a prosecutor, Mr. Truth is obliged to accept that this is the reality of the world he operates in. Oh my god, I don't fucking care. Shut the fuck up.
Being
I wanna go home.
being a prosecutor is about more than proving people guilty. That's what I believe.
We're all free to believe as we choose, but the law is not to be toyed with for your own personal goals.
To be
Same
fair,
can be
if
said
they
about you.
To be fair, if they go around telling everyone the assassination was staged, it'd probably be a diplomatic incident, and Knight did kill someone. Yeah. But it's not true.
If you refuse to accept this, then you must prepare to suffer the consequences. Shut the fuck up, lady. I'm getting tired of you. What did I even mean? Wade, you're not gonna take his... I'm afraid I must be going now. Farewell, Mr. Edgeworth. Finally.
Bye.
Bye, bitch.
Judge Gavèlle is right. There must only be one set of laws for everyone. Except the ones who live in different countries. But if following the law means sacrificing the truth, can I really do that in good conscience? Simeon! You're out!
Hi, Regina. I forgot what his voice was first.
Is everything alright? They did let you out, right?
Yeah, I'm so confused about what's going on right now. Some guy came in and said I was ready to go, and I have Mr. Edgeworth to thank. Sure, you sure do. Mr. Edgeworth found out who the real killer is.
If someone is innocent and you lack the evidence to prove it, is it moral to forge evidence to help their case? No, I wouldn't think so, because that wouldn't be the truth, right? That because your evidence would be in violation of the truth, and like also if you're found out, then all of your evidence would, like, the case would be thrown out, and then that would make proving their innocence like way harder.
I'm just gonna say that comment really and what you were saying kind of reminds me of what's happening in Daredevil.
Okay.
Wow, really? You did that for me, Mr. Edgeworth?
Because you're defending a truth, they are truly innocent, but you're creating a falsehood to prove that.
Stop staring at me like that! I'm innocent, I swear, don't pull the rug out, no!
Stop it, silly. It's true. He saved you. He just has resting bitch face, so say thanks already.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you!
And a great big Regina Berry thank you for me too. Is this saint talking directly to me? Small victories, I suppose.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Attorney?
Sure. I'm not actually an attorney, though.
I thought Bronco was my friend. No, my best friend. I trusted him, but now... now? Well, it's just, I never knew. I never would have believed that he could hate someone enough to want to kill them. If he kept something like that for me, then he never really trusted me, did he? That's not true, Simeon. Of course he trusted you. No, he didn't. If he did, he'd have told me. I could have stopped him. I could have told him that hate never helps it. He had to let go of all that stuff.
Mr. Saint, I think you're forgetting something. I should show him the thing that proves Knight trusted him. The chess set. If Knight didn't trust him, then he wouldn't have asked him to bring the chess set, right?
I guess.
I never noticed that how much money mirrors Simeon's expressions. I always focus on his face. The little guy's adorable. Yeah, he is.
Take that!
It's the chess set I brought for him.
Knight had hidden a chisel inside. I imagine he meant to use it to escape.
What? You mean he was using me?
No, he believed in you. He knew he could count on you to bring it, and that he would never be so untrusting as to look inside. That does kind of still sound like he was using him, but, whatever. I imagine that by not telling you, he was hoping he could keep you from getting caught up in his mess.
Oh. At least you
sure he does. He may not show it, but Simeon's no dummy. A good night's sleep and he'll be completely over this whole thing by tomorrow. You know, I dated a dummy once. You want to talk about that?
No.
It's a story for another time. That's not as complimentary as you think it is.
I'll try. I have to for Rocco. I have to show him I can become the best animal trainer out there.
Listen, Edgeworth needs to make this guy feel good somehow. He's trying. That's the spirit. That's probably nice.
Oh, I almost forgot. We're doing a new show soon. I'd love it if you could come, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, Maxwell still works. There.
I'll be joining Regina on stage for this one.
That's right! The Very Big Circus is the biggest, most fabulous event in town! You'll have oodles of fun!
Sounds great, doesn't it, Mr. Edgeworth? Come on, we have to go!
Well, I'll think about it. Alright, Simeon, we've got some training to do! I think it's time you and Regent got acquainted. Is it... wait, Regent? Wasn't it... wait... Why are we bringing him into this? Simeon needs therapy and copious weed. Yeah. Oh, you'll be fine, silly. You'll never meet a nicer kitty cat. Just don't get any pepper near him.
I get. Think about that, please.
Simeon's gonna die. And needs therapy, gets tiger. Close enough. Another satisfied customer. Well, my job here is done. But you didn't do anything.
Shut up.
Well, that was really something, Smiles. Talk about pulling it out of the bag. I couldn't have done it without you, Fender. Without your timely intervention, she would have gotten away. Besides, I have you to thank for even being able to investigate the case in the first place. Also, hey, Nick met Regent and was fine. The pepper thing was Leon. Oh, right, yeah. That's true. Oh, stop it. Pat me on the back any harder and you're gonna make me blush. Or topple over. Or things we can't talk about in a game rated T for teen. I suppose it would be asking too much for you to take this seriously. Seriously? Miles, my friend, I'm always serious. Anyway, how does it feel to save an innocent client? That's what it means to be an attorney, after all. To be an attorney. Gotta say, I had a blast. Remind me of the good old days. Like Gregory was standing right there beside me. It's been like a zillion years since I've felt this warm and fuzzy on the job. Hi, that's good? Bittersweet? I'm not sure. Say, Miles, you ever thought about going into the defense game full-time? Excuse me? You know, pick up where Gregory left off. Get out there and actually help people.
Yeah, pal, don't get any big ideas. Mr. Edgeworth thinks about switching sides.
Why not? Coming over to the light side's all the rage. Everybody's doing it these days.
Come on, Mr. Fender, you know it's not about that.
Chill, team, chill. Don't get twisted. I'm just asking a perfectly innocent question.
No, you weren't.
You were.
Looks like you got a mean defense team there yourself, Miles. Fender, I am a prosecutor. Yep, and I'm an attorney. You could be one too. I'm serious. Well, I said my piece. You change your mind, you know who to call. And this is, I would argue, the best part of the game. Edgeworth wanted to be a defense attorney. That's been canon since game 1. Actually talking about it and examining it, yeah, I was thinking about that. That's really cool. I'll be waiting! Follow in my father's footsteps. Could I really do such a thing? I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my- hang on. I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my dad! This is what I sounded like when I was a kid! Please, sir, may I have some more? This CG is even recycled from the first game. An attorney like my father. Me? The end.
Finally!
The captive turnabout comes to a close. And we... Oh. This game has a lot of save files. Yay! We finish it. And it's the whole reason the prosecutor's path subtitle was so damn good. Edgeworth has to decide what his path forward is. The pick and throwing shade at him. Fender's now on better terms. But I mean, isn't planning what your goal ahead also like what a Gambit is? I think that they both fit. Fender is probably the one Edgeworth invites over for threesomes. I know if I would go that far. I don't know if they're at that point yet. Keyword yet. Okay, anyway, what I was talking about, oh wait. Oh wait, do we not, we don't get, Gavèlle's, thing yet. I guess maybe not until the last case. Okay, well, whatever. Alright, well, we finished, episode 2.
Yay!
Finally, what do you think about that case now that it's all said and done?
Oh my god, I wanna fucking die. Fuck you, Winner. Fuck you. You didn't do shit.
Yeah, at least the guards seem to actually think that he did it right. I'm really curious if the date line was in the original or not. It's not in this translation. I am bitter. Oh right, wait. What was the line about a date? What did Fender ask Edgeworth out on a date? Is that something that happened? No. I know, but I thought it'd be funny to say, considering how serious things have gotten. It was funny, but yeah, I really liked this case. It was a bit long, but I thought it had a lot of very interesting twists and turns. I really liked the introduction of Stacy Winner and Justice Gavèlle. Or Judge Gavèlle, whatever, well, next time we are going to start Turnabout Legacy, which is a case I'm very excited about getting to. Exactly, next case in the fan script starts with an Edgeworth Fender date. Oh, really? Wow, okay. Well, I guess we'll get to that next time. Anything else you want to say before we go, Sky?
I'm so tired.
Me too. I need to get a snack or something, or probably a meal because it's almost dinner time. But, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I'm Miss Jukebox 8.
And I'm Sky Cloudlord.
And thank you for a wonderful time.